guys, it's Deepa again in Miami, Florida. Today I'm covering Barack Obama as he stumps here for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris the day before Election Day.
You need to find out where. You can go to iwillvote.com. Help them to make a plan to vote. Florida, you delivered for me twice. And now I'm asking you to deliver for all of us and elect Joe Biden and Kamala Harris as the next president and vice president of the United States of America.
Hey guys, Obama wrapping up his remarks here with a specific message to South Floridians who haven't voted yet to get out the vote tomorrow, a very crucial swing state for Democrats. I'll see you tomorrow night from Delaware.
I'm Ali Velsi. I'm in Center City, Philadelphia, which is really where you're going to be paying a lot of attention later on this week. This is where it's going to happen. There are 20 electoral votes in the state of Pennsylvania out of the 270 that you need to win. This is a city that is preparing for possible unrest. It has been a city that's seen unrest over the course of the summer. There are police here, there's National Guard. There was also the shooting of a man here on Monday night, which has contributed to the tension in the city. But in the end, Philadelphia votes for Joe Biden. We know that's going to happen. What does rural Pennsylvania do? There are a lot of votes out there, and they should be tracking toward Donald Trump. This is a state that Joe Biden would like to win to become president. It's a state that Donald Trump has to win to become president. So I will be here until the voting ends on Tuesday night, and I'll be coming to you between now and then several times.
Hey everybody, I'm Von Hilliard in Mesa, Arizona. This is a suburb, an early voting site, a ballot drop-off location. It's actually been just a steady flow here, in large part because Arizona has a long history of early voting. Nearly 80% of people did it in 2018, and already in Arizona, as of today, there are more ballots cast in 2020 than all of 2016. So most of the folks already got their ballots in, and now it's just a matter of steady flow of some folks getting in their ballots here. The big question is, who has the ballot return advantage, Republicans or Democrats? And that is what we are going to be looking at here over the course of Election Day. Neither Donald Trump or Joe Biden finished off their campaign with any events here in Arizona over the course of the last 4 days, really putting the onus on ground organizers and voters to ultimately get the job done on their behalf. We're expecting a close one here in Arizona.
Hey everybody, greetings from downtown El Paso. We arrived here yesterday, and if it seems a little bit quieter than usual, that's because it absolutely is. This all stems from the El Paso County judge who issued an order last week saying that all non-essential businesses have to shut down for 2 weeks due to a recent surge in COVID-19 cases. It is a bad situation here. Hospitals are filling up, patients are having to be flown out, and health officials have recently acquired a fourth mobile morgue to deal with the growing number of bodies that have succumbed to this deadly virus. All of this playing out with Election Day just around the corner. Leaders on both sides encouraging everyone to go to the polls. They're trying to make sure it is as safe and sanitary as possible. El Paso, a Democratic city for some time now, but Texas, now a toss-up. We'll be keeping a close eye come tomorrow. Stay with us.
Hey guys, Monica Albuquerque in Kenosha, Wisconsin, where the president will hold his penultimate rally of the 24th cycle of the state of Michigan tonight, sandwiched between two Michigan cities, Traverse City and Grand Rapids. Fun fact, Grand Rapids is where the president held his very last rally in the 2016 race 4 years ago. His Midwestern states were critical to his victory then. The polls show him trailing former Vice President Joe Biden. Currently, the campaign a little bit less optimistic about the states, compared to others like Florida and North Carolina. Of course, the backdrop of all of this, the coronavirus pandemic, the Badger State has seen rising cases in the last week and a rolling average positivity rate of nearly 30%. Still, thousands are gathered here on the square mat tonight. Very little social distancing and very few people are wearing masks.
1 in 1,000 black Americans have died from COVID so far. By the end of this pandemic, if things continue as he's allowing them to do until the next president takes office, there will be another 200,000 deaths predicted. And that'll mean 1 in 500 African Americans will have died because of COVID. That is absolutely outrageous.
All these people already lining up to the polls here in North Carolina. Guys, hard at work this morning to bring you a great Today Show live shot. We've got Kevin and Aaron. See you coming up, top of the hour on Today's Show. We are live in Charlotte. The polls have opened since 6:30, and as you can see, there is already a line there outside. Live from inside a polling station here in Mecklenburg County. We are in Charlotte, North Carolina right now, and they say that 80% of the voters in this precinct have voted early. Hey there guys, Morgan Radford here, correspondent with NBC News, and right now we are inside a polling center in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is typically one of the busiest polling centers in Mecklenburg County, but the reality of it is 80% of the people in this precinct have already voted early. North Carolina is shattering those early voting records. And a few things to watch here, obviously the key presidential race, but there's also a critical Senate race. The Democrats are hoping to use North Carolina to flip the balance of power and turn North Carolina blue. So all eyes are here on North Carolina on Election Day. See you coming up live, 5 p.m. on MSNBC, live from the polling station, 2.5 hours before they close. We are on with Chris Hayes. See you in just a moment.
So we're at our second polling place in Columbia today, and there haven't been that many voters. It's just been a light stream throughout the day. And we're told because so many people early voted in South Carolina, and especially in Democratic districts like this one.
Hi, it's Priscilla in Gwinnett County, Georgia, just outside of Atlanta. I am at my second polling location of the day. So far, no lines here, just a few poll watchers there, but we'll be keeping an eye on it throughout the day.
Hey, Alicia Menendez here in Miami Lakes, Florida. As you can see, lots of Trump and Biden supporters. Also some bomba. I have been promised a chiva. I've heard the Donald Trump salsa song many times, and we're going to be talking to the few voters that are trickling in about what is driving their last-minute choice.
Guys, hello and happy Election Day from Fulton County, Georgia. This is the Central Park polling location, and I'm going to walk with you over here. This is truly remarkable. This is the most remarkable thing that I've noticed from today, because when you look back behind, no lines, absolutely no lines. And it's even more remarkable when you consider the fact that it was Fulton County, specifically this precinct, that saw the lion's share of the issues back during the June primary. In fact, I was actually here. The line was all the way up to that corner and further around the corner back in June. But now, not only here, but in different locations around the county, we're told that the wait times are all under 30 minutes. And in most places, people are just walking in and out. And a big part of that has to do with early voting. Every official that I've spoken to, from precinct managers up to the Secretary of State's office, says that because people came out, because they came out in record numbers to vote early, the lines here today are manageable. And because of that, the Secretary of State's office says they're optimistic that they can turn around Georgia's results either late tonight or early tomorrow. Guys, good morning to you and happy Election Day from the C.T. Martin precinct here in Southwest Atlanta. This is voting location number 1. I'm going to be popping around to different locations throughout the day, but so far it's like a night and day situation here. Remember this place, there were people waiting for 4 hours or so back in June. I've talked to voters in and out. They say that they were in and out in less than 10 minutes, and it's looking like vast improvements all over Fulton County. So heading to my next polling location now, but this is for all of my voters out in Georgia. If you're out, if you see long lines, anything you're concerned about, or if you have a good experience, just shoot me a note. I want to hear about your voting experience today. Please let me know how it goes.
I'm Josh Letterman in Rocky River, Ohio, in the suburbs of Cleveland, where there has been a long line to vote all day long. We've heard about an hour wait for a lot of voters as they've been taking their turns to vote here, even though this area of Ohio has set records this year for the number of early votes that were cast even before Election Day ever kicked off. I want to show you a little bit of what's going on here. You've actually got two situations for voting. You've got people who will be going inside to vote, but then here on the corner, you also have curbside voting, and this is something Ohio has done to ensure people who are concerned about COVID, they might even have COVID, are able to actually vote without ever leaving their car. Over here, you've got a taco truck that's been set up to help feed some of the folks who might be hungry while they're waiting in such a long line. But this county is really the bluest of blue territory in Ohio. This is the area where Joe Biden needs to ramp up turnout really high if he's going to increase the margins on what Hillary Clinton did 4 years ago and pull off a win in Ohio, and it's 18 electoral votes.
Hi, this is Adam Edelman with NBC News Digital reporting from the Joe Biden election night headquarters in Wilmington, Delaware. I'm here at the Chase Riverfront Center in Wilmington, where behind me you can see the construction of the platform and podium where Joe Biden will speak later tonight. We're in the parking lot at the center, which will hold a drive-in rally for what the campaign says is about 300 cars. As you can see, we're very much still in construction mode, but in less than 12 hours, the scene here will be radically different. The skies will be dark, the horns will be blaring, and Joe Biden will be speaking to America from this location, regardless of what the election results are at the moment. We'll see you then.
Hey guys, Ali Vitale here in Wilmington, Delaware. This is our setup. This is where we bring you the news from. And tonight, I imagine there's going to be a lot of it. We finally made it to election night. And here where Joe Biden is going to be headquartering his campaign, the mood is cautious optimism. In talking to Democrats and sources all day, they say they see a lot of different paths to victory for the former vice president. They're definitely not getting out over their skis. They feel like they're in a good place to win, but they're certainly not calling it a victory yet. But what they've seen so far in early voting totals makes them optimistic. They have done a lot to get out the vote tonight. And we expect that at some point this evening, we're going to hear from Joe Biden. You can see behind us that there is a stage of sorts being set. What kind of speech? That kind of remains up in the air, but we do know that we're likely to hear from him here in Wilmington, Delaware.
We have wrapped ourselves on election day. What did we do today? We did a lot. We did like 10 live shots. Like 10 live shots. It's a lot.
Hey there, I'm Mike Hicksenbaugh, national reporter for NBC News, and today I'm reporting from Houston, where a record-setting number of people have already voted before Election Day. 1.4 million people cast ballots in Harris County ahead of Election Day through early voting and absentee ballots. And thousands more, you can see a small line of people filtering in, thousands more voting so far this morning. And that surge of enthusiasm, not just in Houston, but in other cities and suburban communities in Austin and in Dallas and San Antonio, have Democrats talking about winning this state in a presidential race for the first time since 1976. So I'm going to be out here at the polls all day today, talking with voters, talking with people to see how things are going, what motivated them to vote, and then tonight at a watch party downtown to hear people's reactions to whatever comes today. So stay tuned.
The sun is setting here in Beaver County, but the lack of lines has kind of been like this for most of the day. We got here around sunrise and there was a line looping all the way around the church here. It was about 100 people in line. We're hearing that it was higher than normal turnout for Beaver County, but it's across the state, really. There haven't been as many long lines as we were expecting. Some other things we've been watching, though, the Trump campaign has sent some letters to counties across Pennsylvania asking for some oddly specific ballot security info, where ballots are being stored, with the names of security who are transporting them, where exactly they're going to be transported from. And so county officials were kind of spooked by this. The Secretary of State says that they shouldn't reveal any of this information to any third parties, and she actually involved the FBI concerned about possible interference. What's going on throughout the state as people are still voting before polls close? Mail-in ballots were able to start being processed just this morning. However, some counties like Beaver, where I am, are going to wait until tomorrow because they didn't have enough resources to handle doing in-person and mail-in on the same day. So basically, we're just waiting to see what happens in terms of in-person voter turnout tonight, because that's going to determine how much longer we're waiting over the next couple of days, if we need to wait to see what happens in those counties as they process, count, and report those mail-in ballots over the next few days.
Morning, everyone. Happy election day. I'm in the car. We're getting ready to go in to shoot some stuff for MSNBC and for NBC Nightly News. But I just wanted to tell you that I'm starting the day strong with a fruit cup bowl, and it's delicious, and I'm ready for election day. I hope you are too. See you soon.
Hey everyone, I am at the Orange County Registrar, where they are already counting mail-in votes, and they'll be counting votes, of course, that have been cast in person. But can't wait to show you around. There's so much to see. Hi everyone, I'm Joe Lincoln. I'm in Orange County, California. One of the coolest things about covering election day is the votes, the actual votes here being scanned and sorted. And then come to this first. You can see them being sorted by precinct. Take a look at this inside look, and they're being all sorted, ready to go. We are seeing a record turnout here in California and all across the country. Everyone's mailing in and they're dropping off their votes. So after the signatures are matched and verified by a human being, a trained worker, they come here to be opened up by this machine. And Shay here is grabbing the ballots out of the envelope. And this machine is super critical because it speeds up the process. It makes it a lot easier. In fact, this machine can handle 1,500 ballots an hour. It's really remarkable. I can't wait to show you more on NBC News tonight.
Well guys, 8 a.m. Only been on TV once. Wore a white dress today. I've already filled. So now I'm at Target buying Type-O pens because I'm an idiot.
Hey y'all, Ellison Barber here in North Miami, Florida. We're outside of a voting precinct. I want to show you guys what it looks like. It's in a fire station, which is actually great for us because we can see everything. You'll see the poll workers here. They are wearing full PPE. They've been sanitizing everything. They have face shields, face masks, and gloves. Behind them are the voting booths, and you can see not a whole lot of people voting. The lines today, they have been almost non-existent at most of the precincts we've been at in this county. This entire day has just felt surreal. You haven't seen a whole lot of people out voting, and then when you do see people, they are in full PPE, just like the poll workers here. It's a different experience. It doesn't feel like a normal election day, but part of the reason officials say for the smaller lines today is because 65% of registered voters in Miami-Dade County have actually already voted, either early, in person, or absentee. Today, election officials were saying they expected somewhere between 200 and 300,000 people in Miami-Dade County to vote on election day. As of 5 p.m., they said 115,000 people had already voted. A little bit of time left. Polls here close 7 p.m. Eastern time. A couple in the state will close a little later at 8 p.m. Eastern time. This right here is one of them. One more time, final look at what is a really crazy, weird, surreal election.
Now we are headed to our next polling location, so it's time to fill up my rental car with gas. We have been working in and out of our cars all day, just trying to stay warm. We've set up laptops and coats and bottles of water just so we can stay hydrated and ready to go for you all day and possibly all night. And here you can see I've got several coats, some dried fruit, some oranges. I've got extra clothes in case I spill something. Up here we've got laptop, Wi-Fi, ready to go.
God bless you.
We are inside the Mecklenburg County Board of Elections, and you can see these big blue bins. Those are the actual physical ballots that the precincts are bringing here to the Board of Elections to be sorted, to be stored, and they also have the tabulation. So those reports of the results are now being counted. Aaron, we're also looking at the website to see exactly what's happening. Do we know the percentage of precincts that have been reported yet?
18.44%.
18.44% have been reported, and that's what we're seeing in those blue boxes.
Hey there, NBC News correspondent Mike Memley in Wilmington, Delaware. I was with Joe Biden on election night in 2008 and 2012. Nothing like what we're seeing tonight. We're in an empty parking lot. If Joe Biden speaks tonight, though, it'll be filled up with cars waiting to hear from Joe Biden.
Here's a live look at poll managers in Gwinnett County returning all of their polling equipment. Right now, more than 150 counties reporting here, and all of that equipment is starting to be stacked up over here. And then these folks are going to get back into those vehicles and head inside to drop off their electronic cards. They're going to have all of that voter data and information on it so that those votes can be tabulated.